Welcome back to the Corruption Within. We're close to the end of this game, I believe. This line's strange looks a little small for us, but also beautiful. I'm sure if I had good enough reason I can move it easily enough. Perhaps it's time to smaller my ponies to pull. Okay, we've got a wire. I can now attach something to the wheel with the wire. Okay. The hose. I'll attach one of the hose to the wheel and breathe through the other end. It won't be comfortable, but we'll never see what's down there. Time to dive in, I reckon. What's this? A shimmering glow emerged in the crack looks like a subtly barrel at least interacted with the water and creating a bright luminescence. The argument is it's dangerous. This is something the authorities to deal with. A number of barrels were scratched onto the surface. Most have managed to remain intact, and one is broken. The barrels are terrible to move, and I'm reluctant to touch the ones glowing. Who knows what direct contact would do to me? Okay, oh, the wallet. This is a document wallet of some kind, possibly waterproof. I think it's been overlaid with gutta percha. It's lodged under a rock. Okay, hold on a second. Time to set my timer here. Alright. Okay, I think we need to take that wallet. The rock isn't too heavy. I managed to dislodge it and retrieve the wallet from underneath. Oh, achievement unlocked. Diabolical plans. Interesting. I don't know if people can see that because there are documents in the wallet. They speak of an experimental chemical said to induce various psychotropic and hallucinogenic results in the vast number of test subjects. Those tests are all convicts and were disposed of afterwards. Oh boy. The document suggests the plan was to expose the water sources of the primary cities of the American rebels with this substance with the aim of letting them destroy themselves before reclaiming it for Great Britain. Oh, that's... yeah. Somehow the shipment got sidetracked here, possibly on the way to the Liverpool docks. Clearly, Others planned on creating havoc and panic across the whole country. Our reports as the authorities might get home. Yes, you will. Because we don't need to do anything else there. Alright, now that we've done that, what is our next objective? Okay, we've done that. Alright, okay, so we got the wallet downstairs, done. Take the wallet back to the mansion. Okay, so we need to head back to the mansion now. Alright. So I can figure out how to do that. No, not that way. There we are. Back in the mansion. Alright. I found evidence that something in the lake water is affecting people's minds. I think it's in fish, so anyone eating them gets affected. Ha! Who'd have thought my fish algae actually come in handy? Look, I plan on getting out here anyway. We should try to join you after you find your folks. I better go now. Alright, cool. Alright. Anyone else to talk to downstairs? I found something in the lake that's polluting the waters, and for those people who eat the fish caught in the lake, their minds.
That explains many things. I'm thankful that I didn't eat fish myself, although I've seen increased in madness through some eyes without the power to take actions to help on itself.
Alright. Anyone else to talk to down here? I guess that's everybody. Yeah, I guess. Oh, we're down in there. Let's see what's... oh, hello. I bet it's something in the lake is contaminated.
Nothing will surprise me. This place is cursed.
Really think this place is cursed?
Since I moved here, both of my children died. That's enough for me to view it as cursed. Yet there's something here of value.
What do you mean there's something of value?
Sir, I feel you by my trust. You both become my approachable and trust me with the information in these documents. I would like to enlist your help in finding the Book of Secrets.
Book of Secrets? What is that?
My ancestor kept a diary of his experiences in the New World, when he had what he described as a spiritual awakening. He called it the Book of Secrets.
So what's the problem?
I have never been able to open it. I do not trust in myself Nevia Franny, but she is always so busy. Please, sir, I beg you. I feel Lady Edith may know something about it, but she talks in riddles, and frankly she scares me.
Why do you not just chop the chest open with an axe?
I feel that by doing so I may damage the precious book inside.
What makes you think Lady Denison knows how to open the chest containing your ancestor's book?
She says strange things sometimes. Not all the time, really, but sometimes she talks of a French pirate, and I want she's talking about my ancestor. It could be just nonsense.
How do I get to the secret room?
There are two small buttons inside the drawer in the dresser to the right of the mirror. Press both buttons 3 times in quick succession. The trap door will open next to the left side of the bed.
Goodbye for now, Isabel. Alright, so we've got another objective now. I found evidence that the lake has a dangerous substance leaking into it.
Oh my goodness, really? That explains so much strange behavior. The family have this strange persecution syndrome. They always convince enemies everywhere.
Well, when I talk to the authorities and make sure they agree to help get Molly out of this place. I'll take my leave of you now, child. Alright, we're done in here. Okay, so now we've talked to everyone downstairs. We need to head back to the second floor. This one? Talk to Penelope. Who's that? Not that one. No. Penelope. I didn't see Penelope, but there must be this second floor then. There is contaminant in the lake affecting people's minds.
Really? How terrible. Oh,
what is it?
remember the terrible clouds come upon me. I must show you something. Come with me. I feel I must tell you while my mind is clear. My sorrow often overwhelms me, and what you say about the water in the lake is true. My mind is muddled by that as well. I've always thought the children's disappearance may have been caused by Charles. I hid this bottle here in the children's bedroom, where nobody will ever find it. Here, take it.
A bottle of arsenic? How dreadful. How can you be sure who used it?
Charles was a strict man, but not cruel. So I'm told it did not work for them at that time, but after moving here he changed and got angry very quickly. The water being contaminated would perhaps explain this. He got so angry to Jonathan and Archer they became scared of him. Then I found this bottle.
Please try to stay confident. Try to stay in control.
You're right, sir. I must remain strong or lose my mind.
What would you have me do with this bottle?
I thought Mr. could use this evidence. I don't really know. I will see what I
can do. Alright. Near the dawn, myself is wandering across it to bits.
No kidding without it. This one looks like it's better been touched. The cells of tree branches look rather...
Oh, this is still me talking. The cells of tree branches look rather ominous in the dark. Wingwood leaves helpless as a toy. Black Panthers his favorite animals. A painting of the popular music hall entertainer Trepidanos, singer, juggler, and comedian all roll into one. Picture a typically flamboyant outfit. I was pretty memories. My brother and I had a bunk bed when we were little. Okay, I don't even think I need to look at anything else. Well, you never know. Okay, I think we're done in here. Okay, so we talked to Penelope. Alright, now we need to backtrack to the previous room and inspect the mirror twice. Oh, this room. No, this one. No, not this one. This one. A two-part dresser with mirror. Since losing her children, I would hazard a guess that Isabel sees sad eyes at the mirror every time she looks at this. Okay, that's not the root. That's not the dresser then. Is it the other one? Okay, it's not this one then. Now the room is vacant. I'm free to explore it. A swivel vanity mirror. Ah, this one. There's some sheet music outside the mirror. I bet this is what Isabel's looking for. I wonder why Penelope had it. Okay. Hello, Isabel. I found the sheet music you're looking for. I can play the piano a little. Would you like to accompany on the hall?
Thank you. I'll let you know if you're ready to play it again, Sam.
Okay. Sam? My name's Sam? I didn't even know that. Okay. That's funny. She said play it again, Sam. Huh. Alright. Second floor. Okay, go to the second floor and then to the left. Enter the room. Why are you here? No good, methinks. Sir, do you recognize this? What is this nonsense? About arsenic, do you recognize it? No, I mean, why should I? Still, it's not the sort of thing you shouldn't carry around far too dangerous. Let me take it from you and dispose of it. Charles returned to his bedroom, having taken the bottle of poison. Oh, crap. Did I do something wrong? Interact the dresser to open a secret room. I opened the drawer to the right of the mirror and found the two small buttons inside. After I pressed them both 3 times, Isabel described the second floor slides back to the corner to reveal a trapdoor leading down into another room. Okay, cool. Now what? As I enter the room, I look around in amazement. It is full of all sorts of treasures and curios from the New World. These artifacts would not look out of place in an exhibition in the South Kensington Museum. Authentic Caribbean grog, produce of Scuffle Island. Grog. His tips are rather partial to rum, but he isn't mine to take. Grog, grog, grog. Sorry. This must be a chest which contains a book of secrets. It's a strange-looking mechanism I've never seen before. What else we got here? A skull was made from sort of crystal. I'll post the simple names you made, I wonder. Oh, okay. Decision time. I remember reading the Mexican government issued a plea for any artifacts taken from the Soto we returned. Should I do something about this when I get out of here? Okay, we got choices to make. Do nothing since the ability to go inheritance, form Mexican embassy in London about the Crystal Skull, inform the French embassy in London about the Crystal Skull, inform both the Mexican and French embassy in London about the Crystal Skull. That was a good idea. Alright. An open oyster filled with pearl, and maybe product of nature. I look at the oyster and mind the pearl and place it and put it carefully. It's after all his heirloom from centuries ago. A sealed box. It has a small label detailing the contents of tobacco from Hispaniola and Trinidad. I can't open it, besides a book of infections on after not tobacco. What a monstrous visage, of some horrible significance in black magic, I imagine. A painting of a boy in vibrant hues of scarlet. Some boxes are sealed tight from the odor, I think, to contain exotic spices. Okay, what you want is a chest. A peculiar locking mechanism. Those must be rearranged into a word. Unfortunately, I have no idea what that word might be. Whatever the word is, it's 17 characters long, precluding guesswork. Okay, so I gotta figure out what that word is. Alright, now we need to go back down. Oh. Okay, leave and enter the bedroom on the far right. Yes. I have found evidence that the water in the lake contained dangerous substance. Fascinating, but we do not drink water from the lake. But you do eat the fish that have ingested the contaminant. True, but in my case, the whiskey protects my gastric organs. I shall return later. Goodbye. Okay, well that was not important then. Okay, enter the room on the very left. As I step into the room, Lady Edith addresses me. Not just anybody can converse with me. To unlock my speech, the French maid knows the key. Now please take leave. What the hell does that mean? Head to the kitchen and talk to Francesca. So we gotta go back to the kitchen again. Nope. Nope. Hello, Francesca. Lady Edith will not speak to me and said something about the maid knowing how to unlock her speech. I assume she meant you.
Please, sir, keep away from that woman. Nothing good can come of a conversation with her.
Then you want to tell me what the key is?
For your own sake, no, I should not.
Head to the second floor, then enter the... Back on the second floor, into the leftmost room again. I tried to do that and she won't talk to me. Ah, shit. Well, what am I supposed to do then? I will have to ask you again for Lady Edith's key.
What could you have done to me against my better judgment? It's some kind of strange defense mechanism she has. Unless someone says the correct rhyme, she simply won't speak to them at all.
What does the rhyme mean to say, Lady Edith?
Although I've come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm that I pose no danger.
Okay, that's all we need to know. Okay, thank you. Back up here, go back. I've learned your verse, Lady Edith. Although I've come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm that I pose no danger.
I feel I can trust you since you know this verse, so please go ahead if you wish to converse.
I'm so sorry that I startled you earlier, Lady Dennison.
Don't worry, my dear. That is really okay, but too easy to startle I am today.
Is there anything you can tell me about your female servants?
2 young maids we have, just like sisters they are. A nurse we have too, but her mind wanders far.
Is there anything you can tell me about your male servants?
The butler will probably drink till he's dead. Our footman has nothing but air in his head.
How are you enjoying the music box?
The tune makes me think of a land far away. A melody sweet to my soul it does play.
Does this bitch ever say anything besides rhymes? What can you tell me about your husband?
Lord Alfred is indeed the love of my life. Truly blessed I am living him his wife.
Oh, jeez. Do you get on okay with Charles and Isabel?
Charles showed poor judgment when he fell for a French, but he did far worse when he married the wench.
Oh boy! You don't approve of Charles marrying a Frenchwoman?
She's not a pure blood, and so cannot be trusted. If only my son had not for her lusted.
Okay. What do you mean by Isabel not being pure blood?
Though her appearance and charms are not shoddy, the blood of a pirate runs through her body.
Oh. She has an ancestor with a pirate?
Under a rock by the shimmering lagoon, the French pirate's code can be seen at full moon.
French pirate's code? When the full moon is high in the midnight sky,
A rock by our lakes, so I will tell you no lie.
when the full moon is high in the midnight sky, a rock by our lakeside will tell you no lie. Sounds like I should remember that. Yeah. Have you seen a woman, 2 children lost the woods or in the mansion tonight?
A wife and 2 children, see no have not. Here in the wilds we don't see strangers a lot.
Do you remember an accident led to a fire in the stables?
Angry shouting, lamp knocked over, all went splash. The horses and stables went up in a flash.
Do you dislike the officer for some reason?
Jason had many views above his station. He thought too highly of our great nation.
Was there a police investigation?
Away from our civilization we are. Detectives seldom want to venture so far.
The lake contains some kind of substance that is affecting people's behavior.
The water of our lake completely pure. If you'd lived here for years, you too would be sure.
Look, I have evidence here of what I'm saying about the lake water.
The impressive words this document contains, I plead out your claims of idling our plains.
Okay, yeah. Whom do I have the pleasure of making the acquaintance of? I'm Alfred Dennison, Lord of this manor. The Dennisons have a proud heritage going back centuries. Have you lived all your life? Indeed I have. Born and raised here, trained to handle the estate and all financial matters. It has begun a good life. I'm very upset your wife. Is she okay? Thank you, my good man. She is fine now. She gets the jitters very easily, I'm afraid, especially when the moon is full in the sky. Her mother was the same. Would you say your staff are reliable? The people we have left are a decent enough lot. For servants, one can't expect them to understand the subtleties of life. They rarely let me down in a way that causes tangible loss. Have you not seen strange behavior around anyone in the house? My good fellow, don't put strange behavior here. My dear wife is the only one officially labeled a mental disease, but she's far from the only one with adult senses. Could you elaborate on the strange behavior you witnessed? I simply don't have the time. Have you any strangers around here tonight? A woman, a boy, and a girl? Apart from yourself, I've seen no strangers this night. There is reason to believe the fish in the lake contain a dangerous substance that is affecting the minds of those who eat them. Well, Poppycock, I'm just an outrageous accusation. I'm trying to help you. They're done wrong with my fellow. It's been perfectly fine for centuries. I prove what I'm saying. Look at these documents. Bah! These civilian remnants of malcontent, nothing to take seriously. Okay, you are not help. Okay, so now we're gonna head back to the lake then. Inspect the prominent rock 3 times. This must be the rock Edith referred to in a riddle. A rock by the lake when the moon is high will tell no lie. I should inspect it. Pushing the rock slightly, a plate with a jumble of letters is revealed. The moonlight highlights specific letters. I can make out 2 names written as one. Margaret Cristal. I shall commit them to memory. Okay, alright, cool. Now I find a book in the chest on the 2nd floor. Not this one. No, it's not this one. This one? Oh yeah, this one. Margaret Cristal is 17 letters long. Could be his daughter's names or a reference to the pearl and crystal skull, or possibly even both. I can arrange the letters accordingly, and the chest opens. Alright. I find her daughter a book or secrets inside the... So we found the Book of Secrets. And we got an achievement for that. Awesome. Talk to Isabel downstairs. Alright. I managed to open the chest and get the diary you wanted.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm not going to repay you. I wish I could help you find your family.
Goodbye for now, Isabel. Samuel, wait a minute.
I've made up my mind. I'm so grateful for all you've done for me. I'm ready to play the duet again, but this time not to soothe my fragile nerves, but to rejoice. Will you accompany me?
I hope it's not too difficult. I admit I've not played the piano for some time.
Fear not. It is a simple ditty. My skills as a harpist are not immaculate.
Here's the music for the piano section. Thank you. Whoa. It opens up something, didn't it? What was that?
What was what?
I heard a noise from the east, I think. It sounded like a heavy stone object.
I heard nothing, I'm afraid. It has an extraordinarily calming effect on me.
I'll investigate. Stay in case there's any danger.
Danger? Why not there be any danger?
Just stay here, please. This is quite remarkable. A secret door is open at the back of one of the pillars. Whether or not the music has activated the door's mechanism, I cannot tell. There's a ladder leading down. I shall explore. In the dim light, I just about make out a ladder leading down. Even in my haste, I make sure to descend the ladder slowly. While my eyes are still adjusting to the low light level, I notice a thick smell of bleach and a door of mold. I wonder what they're having to clean to use so much of a cleaning chemical. A torch flickers, but my eyes are still adjusting. I can see bars and chains in one corner of the room. I can see what appears to be an Iron Maiden, and then I see my family, my darling wife and children, are caged like zoo animals. After emotional reading, despite the bars that separate us, the children's faces begin to transition from terror to hope, and Steph, despite the obvious pain, puts on a brave face.
Oh, Samuel, you found us! I knew you wouldn't give up.
Only having to get you out of here. What happened?
We got lost, and a woman told us she would help us. She gave us some drink, which must have been drugged, because the next thing I know, we're trapped here.
That must have been Charlotte.
What do I know? She had us duped. Then more people came.
More people?
Yes, there were. Oh no, what is it? They're up there.
Ah, I see you managed to find your family. You should never have come here. Now that you have, we can't allow you to leave. Everything I can assure you will never mention you to anyone. We have seen the visions. I know in the world outside people are jealous of the Dennison heritage, seek to take our hope from us, make it their own. Only Isabel said she lives in limbo in this mansion.
I had just been swimming lake. My sorry wife and children, I straight away I knew they were against eight enemies, spies.
There's something in the water affecting your mind. You must believe me. Oh, God. Yes. Let's see. Down below. Alright. So the whole family is creepy as hell. Got it. Alright, lean right to the left cage 3 times. I tell you my office of prison to the cage. I must find a way to free her. I do notice the hinges are a little rusty from the constant condensation. While opposite beat, perhaps they're not quite as strong as they once were. I throw myself at the cage door, resulting in a bruised shoulder, but I think the door has loosened just a little. Yes, they have. Okay. Alright. Take the whip. What whip? I don't see a whip. Oh, that whip. The whip is covered in blood and skin fragments, some of it fresh. Maybe I can make use of this. Use it on the left cage. Having bashed the door in early, I wrapped the whip around this bar and pulled the rusty hinges just enough for steps to squeeze through. We do the same with the other door, pull together, and release our children. Now, can we get out of here? Some of the spikes are shorter than the others, the tips are chipped off. I tried pushing some flat spikes and I think there's some movement, but I don't have the strength to move them with just my hands. Oh, well, we have a spanner to do that. Using an adjustable spanner to tightly grip each flat spike, I managed to force back each one. While the last one's pushed in, the Iron Maiden slowly slides aside, revealing a passageway. I tell the family to follow close, with Steph and I holding their hands tightly. I tell them to close their eyes and hold their noses. I have a feeling that I know where this passage leads to. As I suspect, the passage hidden by the Iron Maiden is in the cave. William Sophie keeps his eyes shut as I instruct him to. Steph doesn't comment what she sees. After all she's been through, it isn't much of a surprise. Finally, we have that terrible place into the fresh air, and try to decide which direction to head in. Sound of snapping twig. Boop, Who's there?
Oh, thank goodness you escaped. We didn't know where you'd gone, your lordship, and we decided to get on as far from you as possible. Contact the police and get them to search for you.
Oh, it's you. What a relief. I thought the family had escaped and were going to wreak their revenge on us. Escaped?
Yes, I caught something coming out of the pool house. Not sure what they were doing in there, but I followed them.
They all went into the dining room and I locked the door on them. I see. Another kid didn't know you had, I presume. Yes, I've quite a collection, in fact. Then as Scarford, it was always my intention to leave the mansion at the earliest rational moment once I'd found my heirloom. Also turned out once you had found it. I assume you're as eager as I am. If you come with me, I shall lead you to the nearest town. It's quite a trek, but I have a map and a compass. Stick with me and you'll get there okay. You're most obliged. Is Francesca not with you? Yes, we wouldn't be without Franny.
I am here, sir. Those of us unaffected by the madness joined forces to escape. I really wish we could have been more help to you and your family, but you seemed to, well, disappear. We couldn't find you anywhere. It's a long story. Let's get away from this place. Avert your eyes, children. Gary, did we really have to come this way? Sorry, I should have mentioned I intended to give Paul a proper burial. It's the very least he deserves. So here you all are.
Isabel, would you like to come with us? May I ask what you're doing with Colonel Fitzpatrick's Enfield? The rifle owned by Lady Charlotte's late husband? Good idea, we might need protection.
Oh, my dear sweet girl, you're too naive. I shall almost rude sending you back to your maker.
My dear woman, you consume grief for children, but...
Grief? You think it's grief I feel most? No, it's anger. Intense anger and hate. Yet my French first built the house in English. Unless it was her own father, I should never have married him. I've known for years what the family was doing, but pretend to be so wrapped up in my grief that I no idea what was going on. My scheme worked too. When after Noah was killed, I was satisfied the blood debt was being paid. How could you? You should understand, William, on how many French lives have been lost in wars in English. My suffering is merely a different kind of war.
I view myself more English than French. I was only 5 when my parents moved over here, and after 5 more they were dead.
Ungrateful child! Who was it to save my life in the streets? If you're more English than French, then I mourn at your demise.
No, don't shoot her! Sound of musket shot rings out. Gmail locked. Long last. Wait, so
Isabel fired the shot.
Oh.
Molly pushed Francesca away and took the bullet herself.
Aww.
Before anyone could react, Penelope appeared, took the spade we'd been about to use to dig Paul's grave,
wow.
and swung it at Isabel's head.
Jeez. Talk about it.
I suspect Penelope had decided that Isabel was to blame for what happened to the children, either directly or indirectly, but we never found out for sure. From that point onwards, Penelope refused to speak.
Yeah, I imagine she wouldn't.
Under the circumstances, she was not sent to prison, but rather to an asylum. I have heard these establishments are starting to become places of healing rather than torment. For Isabel's sake, I hope so.
I hope so too.
Molly was severely injured, but eventually made a full recovery. Francesca never left her side. They were as inseparable as twin sisters. Gary disappeared almost as soon as we reached civilization, but reappeared shortly afterwards, a considerably wealthy man.
Wow.
To everyone's surprise, Gary and Francesca married shortly
What
after
the
they
hell?
had recovered, with Molly as the maid of honour. I was both astonished and honoured when Gary wrote to me asking me to be his best man, but he said that finding his heirloom had changed his entire life, so he could think of no better man for the job.
That's awesome.
When the police turned up at the mansion, Giles answered as if nothing had happened. After the authorities had no more questions for him, he simply vanished and was never heard of again. I suspect he made his way back to Scotland and found a job with a family there, or perhaps as a taster at a whiskey distillery. Despite everything, the Dennison family could still afford the best lawyers in the land, but even they couldn't stop the remainder of the family from being committed to a lunatic asylum.
Good.
Although they had committed such atrocities, I felt some sympathy for them, as the corruption that had entered into them was not of their own making. Isabel, once her head injury from Penelope's attack had healed, joined them. As for the lake, it was said that military and government officials have been swarming around it ever since. I sincerely hope that this is to make the area...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the other reason.
And not to obtain the substance in those barrels for some nefarious purpose.
Oh, sure, they would never do that.
Despite the terror they endured, William and Sophie grew up to be fine young people, and our friends often commented that they were a credit to Steph and myself. All of us sometimes have bad dreams, but at least you can wake up from those.
Based on decisions I made, my life is affected in different ways. Scientists at the Royal Botanical Gardens of Kew studied the purple shrub I brought back from the lakeside and find trace elements of the substance from the lake. Extra precautions are taken by the officials at the lake. The missing Samuel Pepys diary page becomes an exhibit at the South Kensington Museum, later renamed the Victoria and Albert Museum. Literature professors across the country desperately scramble for the privilege of studying it. I give the letter from Denison's studies evidence, and the family failed to notice that the letter starts my copy, until it's too late for the defense lawyers to take any action. An investigation is launched, which uncovers that the police chief has accepted bribes from multiple sources. The police chief and several accomplices are imprisoned, and I become a natural hero. I inform the Mexican French embassies about the crystal skull found in a secret room on the mansion. Unfortunately, this sparks an international interest in the creates friction between the two nations for many years. Whoops! Yeah, I came upon them all. Alright, that was a good game. I'm glad I played that. That's the end of Decreption Within. I hope you enjoyed. Benjamin Sokol. Wow, he was a beta tester? Isn't that the dude that was, that made, Siberia? I mean, did he beta test this before he died? I'll have to ask the dude that made this about that. But anyway, that was an interesting game. I quite enjoyed that. What am I going to play next? I don't know. Oh, my alarm's going off. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for future Let's Plays. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments. And I will see you next time. This is quite a fun game. I definitely enjoyed it. It had a lot of spooky atmosphere, and the twist at the end, man, whoa. The whole family was like basically delusional, and I think that was due to the chemicals in the water, basically. So that was an interesting game, and that's the end. Well, bye-bye.